we go.
Yeah, recording live. All right. So if you can just play a little bit of what you're gonna play, maybe like 30 seconds of music, just to make sure that it sounds all right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Let's see here. Got me all set up on the floor over here.
yeah, yeah.
Does that sound all right on your end?
Maybe a little louder, if you can make it a little louder.
See if this works.
Yeah. Um, if you can go a little bit louder as well, that'd be cool. Um, Anybody in the chat room? How does that sound?
Is the volume going up when I do that?
Very little.
Very
Very
little.
little.
All
Yeah.
right. Let me try another thing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a good volume.
All right. Excellent.
Yeah. Awesome. So the way we're gonna do it is I'm going to introduce, everything, introduce you, and then we're going to start off right with a song. One of the songs that you prepared, you'll tell me what it is and all that stuff. And then after that, we'll talk for a little while, maybe 10, 15 minutes, just basic interview questions, I guess, just asking you what you do, um, what you've been doing, how you create all this stuff and all that. And we're going to go on for that. And then we're going to do a cool little thing that we do called Texas Two-Step, where I make up two questions that don't relate to music at all. And then we'll just, whatever,
Sure,
talk
yeah.
about it.
Sounds
And
fun.
then after that, we'll go ahead and end with a song, another song that you have prepared. And then, outro. And then that's it. It's pretty easy. Just, to promote some stuff and, have some fun, have people listen to your music. So, yeah. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. I'm Jules the human, whatever.
I'm
By the
Ian.
way. Oh, hey, how's it going? Would you like me to use your name as well? Is that okay? Or do you want me to just refer to you as OK Panda?
You can call me Ian.
Okay. Well, I'll switch between the both. But, yeah, cool. Well, if everybody's ready, let's get it. Let's kick it off. Oh, look at, yeah, you can add props. People can give you props on your little video feed if they
Oh,
like
nice.
you. Yeah, I'm giving you some right there. Okay, cool.
Hey, you get some too, man.
Oh, hey, thanks. All right, well, let's do it. Hi, this is Jules the Human, and welcome to the Texas Music Spotlight. We are on Blab.im right now, doing a live interview here with OK Panda. Hey, how's it going, man?
Good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So tell me a little bit about the first song that you're gonna be playing for us.
The first song, I didn't really, I haven't played in a while. I haven't played out
Okay.
in a while. So I thought I'd come up with, I wrote two new things for you just for the show.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I spent the last month or so just kind of putting some stuff together and
Yeah.
practicing it. I tend to be more of a studio
Hmm.
musician, like I really consider, like mixing and arranging and all that kind of stuff to be, really what I do. But I thought it would be a fun challenge to, try to play something live. I haven't done it in a while, and I always tell myself that it would behoove me as an artist,
Yeah.
to improve my performance skills or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. For sure.
I came up with something. It's maybe a little bit different than what I would normally do,
Hmm.
but so is everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Totally.
try
We'll talk about that a little bit later.
everything I do to be a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Does this song have a name?
No,
Not at all. No.
right now it's just called drum and bass. That's the
All
word.
right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if anybody wants to come up with a title for the song, go ahead and put it in the live chat here on blab.im. So yeah, this is OK Panda playing his new song, Texas Music Spotlight exclusive song here by OK Panda. Go ahead and take it away. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And that was great. Yeah. Uh,
Uh, Thanks for the props, guys. I
yeah.
see that.
Awesome, man. Wow. That was really awesome. And how, when I was listening to some of your stuff on like Bandcamp and things like that. We'll put the links for everybody to check out OK Panda in the live chat on his Bandcamp and the SoundCloud and all his other social media. But when I was listening to you on Bandcamp, I was you have quite a few song mixes, however you want to name them, but they all sound very different, and this one is no different than that. Where do you get all this? I guess creativity and where does it come from and you know
Uh, for me, a lot of the different, sounds that I come up with, I
hmm
guess, come from just different ways of making music. Like every process kind of has a different result. Like I don't remember where I've heard the saying. The process is the product.
yeah
The process becomes what you create. So I try to explore as many different processes as possible.
hmm
And in this particular example, this is kind of a new bit of kit that I got here. This
yeah what is it called, what are you using?
It's an Electron Octatrack, which is it's a device that it's very much made for live performance. It's
Okay.
very much an electronic instrument. As opposed to I guess like just a playback device or whatever, or
Yeah.
a more simple machine. It's a very interactive machine that lets you kind of get into it and actually play it and perform it. And I think
Yeah.
that's what people want to see now in electronic music.
hmm
That's kind of the way things are going. And
Yeah.
so
I think to like the maybe the layman, I guess they're like, oh, electronic music, it's not music, it's what are they doing, but it's really quite complex and quite interesting, and usually the people that say that aren't able to do it, and it's a little frustrating for me, and I'm sure it's frustrating for you to hear that, but really what you're doing right now, what you did a little while ago, is quite amazing. It was pretty awesome. Yeah.
I
I'm
think
sure a
I
lot of
think
people
a
would
lot of
agree.
people have caught on now to EDM kind of gave electronic music a bad
hmm
name for a second. People have caught on to DJs and stuff.
uh-huh.
Like just push and play and hyping up the
Yeah,
crowd.
let's go. Let's get it
So
going. Yeah.
I would like to at least contribute to giving some respectability back to it. And
Yeah.
musicianship, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's great. How long have you been working with music, and how did you get into this medium?
Um, I guess I've always been interested in music. Like
hmm
when I was a kid, my dad had a pretty interesting record collection
Okay.
that he kind of passed on to me.
Yeah.
When I started listening to music. Like when I was like 10 or 11, and like discovered that music existed.
hmm
So I mean, I've just always had a lot of eclectic tastes and stuff, I
hmm
guess. Um, but at the same time, never really saw myself in a band or saw myself, actually playing music
Hmm.
until I discovered electronic music as a teenager, and suddenly I was like, that was what I wanted to do, like seeing people with like these machines and stuff, or be like one or two guys with like these machines and stuff, and making all these sounds that nobody had ever heard before.
Hmm.
That was it. That was really resonated. That
Yeah.
was what really resonated with me. So
Hmm.
I guess when I was like 20 or so, like I
Hmm.
waited a while, I didn't do anything about it right away. But I guess when I was like 20, I thought, you know what? I've always wanted to make music. This is something I've always wanted to do and just never really acted on. So,
And then you got a few different instruments, and or you just started going. You just,
I made a lot of noise tracks at first.
yeah.
Yeah. I did a whole lot of. I was just doing it on my computer back then, because that was the easiest thing to do, and it was possible for the first time. Late
Hmm.
'90s, early 2000s. Suddenly you could do stuff completely in your computer. So so I guess I'm kind of a child of that, like that generation or
Hmm.
that mode,
Yeah.
Um, but I just made noise tracks for years, and I never played them for anybody. It was just me by myself, I would
Yeah.
I would deliver pizzas all day, and then I'd sit up until 5 or 6 in the morning every night, just
Just
making
creating stuff. Yeah.
these horrible noise tracks.
And people are into noise. I mean, some people, I don't know who, but yeah, I mean, some people like it. If it's music, people love music.
It
You
wasn't
put it
really
out there.
music, that's the thing.
So how has your song or your sound evolved over the years that you've been doing it? Like you said, you started off as noise
Sure.
and things like that. Did you always know that it would be something to what you just played, or is it like, did you work at it? Um, yeah, how did that process come about?
It's been a really slow process, and it's just I think after a while, I mean, doing noise gets old for a lot of reasons,
Mhm.
and I realized that um, it was fun for me to make and it was interesting for me to make, but I was thinking, okay, nobody really wants to hear this stuff or whatever, like I don't know, just something told me to go forwards,
Mhm.
to do something different with it, to try to grow as an artist. And I think I'm still doing that. Like I'm still kind of in that process of transitioning out of noise and into, I guess music, like
Mhm.
or more musical, more organized sound. Like
Uh-huh.
I think a key thing for me was thinking, okay, well, what is it that makes music interesting? What is it that makes music interesting to listen to? Thinking, okay, the noise is boring, nobody wants to hear that. So what's
Mhm.
better than that? What is it that makes the stuff that I hear, interesting to hear, cool to hear? And I
Mhm.
think a big part of that for me was I like interesting sounds, but I also like hearing sounds that evolve, that change over time. And I
Mhm.
think that was a critical realization, the change over time, the arrangement of the sound, and
Mhm.
that became like a really critical thing for me. And
Yeah. So,
go
so
ahead.
you did a whole lot of listening and stuff. I assume listening to
Sure.
different music um, that inspired you, I guess, and you were just trying to figure out what it was that they were doing, I suppose. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're getting it. You're hitting it. It sounds really awesome. I really like it. We have a question here. Do you find yourself limited by what's available with the machine you're using?
You're always limited, sure,
Hmm.
Um, definitely. I mean, I don't think limitations are necessarily such a bad thing,
Hmm.
like the limitations force you to be more creative, I guess, and the limitations define your process. I
Yeah.
find that having too many options available gives me, I think it's called option anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's just too many things. When anything is possible, it's like, well, what do you do? Where do you go? You know,
Hmm. Or,
like
or
I
you
said,
just don't do it, you know?
yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, oh, there's so many things I could do, but Yeah, no.
Helps to define some boundaries for yourself,
hmm
I guess.
Yeah, for sure. We have another question here. How do you develop a sound palette that meshes well? I'm assuming during a certain song or a certain group of songs, how do you develop a sound palette that meshes well?
Um, hmm. I mean, I guess I mean just the regular tools of the trade. I guess
hmm
just using like EQ and compressors and stuff, and but just choosing the right sounds to begin with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't. It's it's like cooking. Like when I cook, I try to use good ingredients.
Yeah,
Just use simple ingredients and not too many of them, and just let them speak for themselves. I'm not adding like a dozen of every spice or anything. It's
yeah.
kind of the same thing with music. Just use simple elements. Like here's a synth that sounds good. Here's like some drums that sound good. Leave them alone. Don't
hmm
mess with them too much. Just let them breathe. Let them speak for themselves. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one before, and that's really good. That's a really good analogy, I guess, for music. Yeah, wow. um, so yeah, where are you based out of? Just so everybody knows.
San
What city? I
Antonio,
guess San Antonio. Yeah,
Texas.
cool. And how do you like the electronic music? Um, family, I guess that is the music industry here in San Antonio.
It's growing. I think
Yeah.
it's improving. I mean, electronic music it has always been kind of a tight knit community, I think, and we definitely have that here. There's definitely a growing community here of
hmm
people that are doing it right. I think.
Yeah. Do you mean like people that are interested in it or people that are doing it? Do you see a lot more people trying it out?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I mean, of course, the tools are more within grasp than ever before. So there's going to be more people doing it.
hmm
But yeah, there's a lot of people actually doing it here in San Antonio.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the video chat line just in case anybody wants to join in and be seen by everybody here. We have quite a bit of people here, and just talk to OK Panda, ask him some questions, or just talk about stuff. Hang out. We can hang out too. That'd be cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave that open. If anybody wants to join, the seat is open. So tell me about your group called Telecosmic.
Telecosmic.
Yes.
Um, it's becoming a group now.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I call it a record label, but at the same time, like what does a record label mean in 2016? When it's definitely possible to pursue music. Nobody needs a record label anymore.
hmm
It's anybody can create and
hmm
fund and distribute their own music now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, by doing that, so much just gets kind of lost in the fold or whatever. So much kind of disappears.
hmm
So the whole idea of Telecosmic is just to band together as artists and consolidate our resources in one place,
hmm
and just just it's just founded on the idea that we can do more together than we can separately,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
individually.
For sure. Are all your artists or all the artists in Telecosmic right now, are they all located in San Antonio as well, or are they located a little bit further out?
A lot of them are in Austin. Yeah, San
Okay.
Antonio and Austin.
Okay. That's
Not really
good.
much
That's good.
farther out than that yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yet. I like that word. Yeah. But yeah, just so everybody knows here on the podcast and that are watching right now, we are doing a telecosmic takeover. So every Wednesday, just like today, you can see a telecosmic artist play live, play their music. We can have fun, chat, just like we're doing right now. So go ahead and check us out every Wednesday after today in the month of March, and you would be able to hear some more artists, and that'll be a lot of fun. We have Trip to the Light next week, next Wednesday. Fingers crossed, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I've been checking out all y'all's music, and it's pretty great. I'm really excited to get to hear y'all live. And yeah, so where can people hear your music? What's the links and stuff like that? I know there's SoundCloud, Telecosmic. Yeah.
I try to keep everything centralized on telecosmic.com.
Mm-hmm.
So from there you can get to pretty much everything else, you know.
Oh yeah, and if you have epilepsy, just be careful. I opened it up a while ago, and I was like, oh whoa, all right, that woke me up. I opened it up there at like 4 a.m. and I was like, oh, I should check it out. And yeah,
It's funny seeing other people go to the web page, like go to, I don't know, their cell phones or whatever, and you see their faces light up, you know.
yeah.
I know when they get there because it's like,
All right. Let's see if this is somebody. We have a person calling in. Let's check it out right now. For alarm. Hey, how's it going, man? How you doing? Hey, man, there's no audio. Can't hear you. Can't hear you at all. Just video. You look good, though. I like it. I like what you're working with. All right, man. Sorry about that. We can't hear you at all. Thanks. Appreciate it. We have another caller. Let's check it out.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Martin. How's it going?
Good, how are you? I have a problem. My camera is actually not functioning right now, so
Okay, that's fine.
is that okay? Oh, well, the other guy said he thumbs down.
no, I'm just
I know, it's really annoying. I'm so used to having
we hear you loud and clear.
All
yeah,
right,
totally like to see you, but it isn't. It's going to be an audio podcast, so that's fine.
okay,
yeah.
well, that's awesome.
Yeah. Do you have any questions or what's going on?
I don't know, man. What's going on? You know what? When I think of what's going on, I just think of the presidential debates and stuff. I think that's always.
Oh man.
I don't know why. I just always it goes straight to politics.
Oh man. No, but we're here. We're enjoying music. We're gonna, get all the stress out of our lives and just enjoy.
Schoolboy Q. What kind of music do you guys like?
I like electronic music.
Yeah.
All right, I'm into that. EMT or whatever. Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah. Did you catch some of his music? He's gonna play a little bit later at the podcast at the end. You should check him out. Ok Panda. It's gonna be good. All right. Well then. Cool. Well then. Yeah, I think it's time for us to do our Texas two-step, which is a pretty cool thing that we do. I'm gonna think of, or I have two questions right here that aren't gonna pertain to music at all, and that's what we do. So for the let's see, 1 second. All right. So let's say zombie apocalypse happened right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening outside. Where do you go?
All right.
What do you do? What do you save? There's so many things, so many questions.
Yeah. I mean, I like to. Everybody likes to think that they're prepared for the zombie apocalypse, but honestly, no, you effing aren't. Like, I don't think there's any way everybody's prepared for that. Like, I like to say that I would that I'd respond in the moment, but that's not that good of an answer. I would want to get out of the city. First and foremost, I'd want to get out of the city.
Yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure that's a lot of people's question as well. But that's the way you have to go. I think I'd probably say, oh, you got some props for that. Yeah. Yeah. I'd probably, I don't know a good spot. I'd just probably die. So yeah, there goes me. Oh well, zombie.
That's my plan. I'd probably curl up and cry.
Yeah, for sure. Curl up and cry and just like, all right, well, this is happening. Anyways,
no, I got kids though. I have to fight. I got to do something. You know, I can't let them see me do that. So
you can't see them. Your last moments, just crying and just in the corner. Yeah, somewhere. Yeah. So another question. In your house right now, what is the most obnoxious piece of furniture? Or well, all right, yeah, me too, same. But what is the most obnoxious piece of furniture or thing you own that's pretty interesting to tell, or has a story or something like that?
Let me see. I'm looking around the room that I'm in right now. This stool is super old. This stool I'm sitting on.
Oh yeah, is
Look
it
how
like
fluffy it is. Can you
a
see?
family heirloom? Yeah.
Exactly. I remember this stool being around when I was like 3 years old. I don't know how it survived this long. It's fallen apart, but I love it.
Wow.
The perfect thing to stand on. Like anytime I need to change a light bulb or something, this is my go-to.
Wow.
My
You have a
studio
go-to stool.
stool.
I don't think I've never heard somebody say they have a go-to stool. Like that's the stool. Yes.
One
You've
man.
got to sit on it. Yes.
I love having it in the studio because it's I can throw it anywhere. Like it's small enough that I can just shove it out of the way but always have it handy.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, it's a funny story. I'm not really going to get into it, but there's a picture of like all the Virgin Marys, I guess, like in a little square, and well, a bunch of them. Sorry, like a bunch of little holographic Virgin Marys or whatever, and I had asked what like my mother what it was like because I saw it and it was just like what is this uh why do you have this? And it's like it's Virgin Marys, of course, like whatever. This is somebody gave it to me or whatever, and I'm like, it's in the shape of the Wu-Tang W. Did you not notice that? And then she said, no, what are you talking about? That's ridiculous. That's blasphemy. And I was like, no, it's kind of a band and it's kind of the Virgin Marys and that's pretty ridiculous and obnoxious and I love it. And I was just like, oh my god, this is the best item ever.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for the one like. Thanks, I appreciate it. Thanks, chat room, for
I have
that.
a thing for holographic G's eye and Marys. I have a couple
Yeah,
of them myself.
that's your thing. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, are you a collector? You're collecting them?
A little bit. I don't
Yeah.
call myself a collector, but I have a
Oh, okay. You're just an enthusiast, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
very
Me
much.
too, I guess. Oh. Will you be all right, yeah. Will you be attending South by Southwest or any other events or anything like that?
Probably not. Probably not really going to have a chance to.
Mm-hmm.
I'd heard this. I'd heard this rumor that Daft Punk was going to be playing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
again.
I was. Yeah, again. And I got real excited about that for half a second until everybody started calling BS on it, and I was like, no, figures.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about
Yeah.
that. Do you have any shows coming up or anything you want to talk about? That's coming up soon.
No, honestly, I'm just kind of coming out of winter hibernation right now.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is sort of the first thing I've done in a bit, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I mean, totally understand that here at the Texas Music Spotlight. Yeah, we're kind of coming out of winter hibernation as well. This is our first live broadcast in a while. So, yeah, I'm glad we can have you. We have a question here as well. Who are your influences in the genre?
Um,
I mean, I'm sure there are tons of musicians and artists that influenced you, but maybe just name a few that maybe you've been listening to lately.
Well, I'll say Aphex Twin is definitely
Okay.
all time top 2 or 3. Orbital was one of my very first electronic groups. Very important to me, very influential on me. Underworld, also one of the very first electronic groups I started listening to in the '90s. Really great group. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of different stuff, a lot of Stevie Wonder and Curtis Mayfield, stuff like that for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah. Will we see any influences from there in your music?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see,
Yeah, that's awesome. So where can they find you at online? You said the telecosmic.com is where you kind of keep all your hub and stuff.
I try to keep everything centralized there. I keep all my links and everything there from telecosmic.com. You can get to my Facebook, you can get to my SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Twitter, all that stuff, and
Awesome.
you can find the other guys too. Taxes, he's going to be on your show later this
Yeah, for sure.
weeks. You can find all his stuff on there and all that.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and get into some more music because we have quite a bit of people watching, which is awesome. And what song will you be playing next for us?
This is another new one.
Yeah.
Um, doesn't really have a title
Okay.
at the moment. I was still kind of working on it a couple hours ago,
Okay.
putting stuff together. So I hope it sounds all right.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Awesome. Well, then go ahead and get into that. This is OK Panda. If you're just joining us, he's gonna play some music for you. Enjoy. Oh yeah, that was great.
So that's
That's
still
awesome.
sort of a little bit of a work in progress,
Yeah.
but there that one is.
No, yeah, they're loving it. Ryan and Megan love the new song. That's what they're
Oh,
saying.
awesome. Hey, thanks, guys. Love you too.
Yeah, that was great. We have a question here, right now. Have you ever considered collaborating with artists of different genres? I think it would be a cool mix. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, totally.
It's
Um,
fundamental to absolutely, definitely, always open to it. If you want to
yeah,
collaborate, find me and send me an email.
yeah, totally. Awesome. Find them at telecosmic.com, telecosmic, telekosmik.com.
I'm on the
Um,
Googles.
he's on the interwebs. Yeah, you find him there. Ok Panda. Do you ever collaborate with any of the artists in Telecosmic at all? Do y'all talk? You know, share some samples or something like that?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Me and tax. I always want to say Taxes because of the way that it's spelled.
Yeah.
Taxes. So I have to detrain myself from that
Mhm.
because I read it for about like 5 or 6 months before I asked him, "Hey man, how do you pronounce that?" And then he
That's
said,
kind of like having a conversation and getting to know somebody really well, and then you just don't know their name. It's like, hey, you, yeah,
"So embarrassing.
you,
I hate that.
yeah,
I hate forgetting people's names, but I'm
yeah,
super good at it at the
yeah.
same."
I think we all are, yeah.
Yeah, me and Taxes collaborate a lot. I'm working together with Hypersleep on some new material
Hmm.
with them that we're all real excited about.
Yeah,
So
that's great. That's awesome. How long does it usually take for one of these pieces to come out? I know you're saying you just created those few, but whenever you're collaborating with somebody, how long does that usually take you or in your experience?
I try to work quickly. I
Hmm.
don't like spending forever on anything. I'm really like a first take kind of guy.
Hmm.
Like I want to capture just the moment of inspiration. And I don't want to beat it to death by like hammering at it
Hmm.
for months and months. I'm getting better and better. As I grow as an artist. Like
Hmm.
I'm getting better and better at producing tracks quickly. I don't usually see the hard part with this was the performance part because again,
Hmm.
it's not really something that I've done
Hmm.
too much of in the past. I'm kind of hoping that like with this, I was kind of hoping like, okay, I'm gonna commit to doing this show, and then I have to play 2 songs, and then maybe that'll make it easier. We'll see, but hopefully, this I'm going to be doing a lot more of that. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
The hard part for this was just figuring out how to play it live. Like if I'm just putting a track together and I don't care about playing it, I can throw something together in a day or two. I don't like spending a whole lot longer than that on something
Hmm.
because it just sucks all the energy out of it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think you want to get that moment of inspiration. Hey, this is I really like this. This is awesome. Let me collaborate on it. Let me think about it. Let me do variations on it, and sometimes that just leaves just as quickly as it came. And yeah, that's awesome.
You get it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm a musician too, so that's kind of like yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, I think that's I don't know if you have any more music for us or no, that's awesome. All right. Yeah, the two are amazing. You can check out OK Panda on telecosmic.com. We are the Texas Music Spotlight. Like I said, we're doing a telecosmic takeover here at the Texas Music Spotlight. So every Wednesday of this month, we will be having a telecosmic artist here doing the live Blabcast, and then we'll be posting it on iTunes at Texas Music Spotlight as well. So you can download it onto your podcast. Um, format, whatever you want to listen to it. We'll have it on SoundCloud as well for everybody to listen to it and listen to his amazing sounds. And yeah, I would like to thanks OK Panda. It was a lot of fun having you on here.
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And like I said, you can check them out at telecosmic.com. I've been Jules the Human for the Texas Music Spotlight. All right, thanks.